wakes after being rescued by the eagles and is startled to find that he is still amongst the Lord of the Eagles and the eagles that have saved all the other dwarves. Bilbo climbs on the back of the Lord of the Eagles. The other dwarves are flying behind him and bidding farewell to the eagles and promising to repay the Lord of the Eagles if ever they can.
Farewell! Goodbye!
By good management and good luck, I have done it. Indeed, we are now a good deal further east than I ever meant to come with you all. For after all, this is not my adventure. I may look in on it again before it is all over.
We had begun to think that you were going to stay with us the whole way
and help us out of difficulties.
I am not going to disappear this very instant. I can give you a day or two more. Very few people live in these parts, but there is somebody that I know of that lives not far away. That somebody made the steps on the great rock, the Carrock. We must go and find him. If all goes well, I will be off.
Wait, stop.
Why is it called a carrot?
He calls it a Carrock because the Carrock is his word for it. It is the only one near his home, and he knows it well. The somebody that I spoke of, a very great person. You must all be polite when I introduce you to him, two by two. You must be careful not to annoy him, or heaven knows what will happen. He can be appalling when he is angry, though he is kind enough if humored. Still, I warn you that he gets angry very easily.
Is that the person you were taking to us now? Couldn't you find someone more easy-tempered?
Hadn't you better all of it clear?
Yes, it certainly is. If you must know more, his name is Bjorn. He is very strong and he is a skin changer.
What? A furrier?
No! Don't be a fool, Mr. Baggins, if you can help it. Don't mention the word furrier, rug, cape, muff, nor any such unfortunate word. He is a skin changer. He changes his skin. Sometimes he's a black bear, and sometimes he's a great, strong, black-haired man with huge arms and a great beard. He lives in a wooden house, and as a man he keeps cattle and horses, which are nearly as marvelous as himself. He does not eat them, nor does he hunt or eat wild animals. He keeps hives and hives of bees, and lives most on cream and honey. As a bear, he ranges far and wide.
And all of the dwarves were confused and frightened.
What?
I'm so confused. And bees began flying all around them.
We are getting near. We are on the edge of the bee pastures. You had better wait here, and when I whistle or call, begin to come after me in pairs, with 5 minutes in between each pair. Come on, Mr. Baggins.
Bilbo goes with him, looking very frightened. They walk through a pasture and see a horse that sees them also, and then takes off running away towards the house. Standing next to the house was a huge man with a thick black beard and hair and muscles. The huge man had a horse standing next to him with the horse's head on his shoulders.
They don't look dangerous. You can be off. Who are you and what do you want?
I'm Gandalf.
Never heard of him. And what's this?
This is Mr. Baggins, a hobbit of food, family, and reputation. I am a wizard. I have heard of you. Perhaps you have heard of my cousin, Radagast.
Yes, not a bad fellow as wizards go. Well, now that I know who you are, or who you say you are, why are you here?
We have lost our luggage and lost our way. We had a rather bad time with goblins.
Oh ho, so you have been having trouble with them, have you? What did you go near them for?
It's a long tale.
Come inside and tell me some of this.
I was coming over the mountain with a friend or two. I will give a call, if I may.
Go on, call away.
Thorin, Dory.
1 or 3 you meant, I see. These aren't hobbits, these are dwarves.
Thorin Oakenshield, at your service.
I don't need your service, thank you, but I think you need mine. But if it is true that you are Thorin, son of Thrain, son of Thoror, what are you up to, by the way?
They are on their way to visit the land of their fathers, away east beyond Mirkwood.
You call to several? Go on, whistle again. I am for party.
Nori, Ori.
Where are you hiding? Come on, my jack in the boxes, go on.
Well, as a matter of fact, we had more than 6 ponies and slipped inside the cracks before it closed, and then a dozen more.
A dozen? That's the first time I've heard 8 called a dozen. I'll let them all come in.
So Gandalf went on telling them this story, and the sun had fallen, and Bjorn invited them to supper.
Let me tell you the tales of the wild lands, especially of the terrible forests of Mirkwood.
When dinner was finished, the dwarves told stories of their own, but Bjorn didn't pay heed to them. He didn't appear to care. Finally, Bjorn gets up and leaves.
I'm leaving.
The wind was on the withered heath, but in the forest stirred no leaf.
Their shadows lay by night and day, and dark things silent crept beneath.
The wind came down from mountains cold, and like a tide it roared and rolled. The branches groaned and the forest moaned, and leaves were laid upon the mold.
The wind went on from west to east, all movement in the forest ceased.
But shrill and harsh, across the marsh, its whistling voices were released.
The grasses hissed, their tassels bent, the reeds were rattled on it. Or shaken pool under heaven's cool, where racing clouds were torn around.
It passed the lonely mountain bare and swept above the dragon's lair.
There black and dark lay boulders stark, and flying smoke was in the air.
It left the world and took its flight over the wide seas of night.
The moon set sail upon the gale, and stars were fanned to leaping light.
While Bilbo appeared very bored and very tired.
It is time for us to sleep, but not, I think, for Bjorn. In this hall, we can sleep sound and safe. But I warn you not to forget what Bjorn said. You must not stray outside until the sun is up, on your peril.
Bilbo woke up in the night and heard a growling sound outside. And he wondered whether it could be Bjorn. He dived under the blankets. And it was morning time, and all the dwarves joined Bjorn at the table for breakfast.
Oh man, just want something else.
I'm hungry.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have been over the river and light up into the mountains. I have caught a warg and a goblin, and he got the news that the goblins are looking for you. I hurried home as fast as I could so I could see that you were safe and to offer any help that I can.
Bjorn promised to give each one a pony and a horse for Gandalf, and he would give them food to last them for weeks.
But your way through the Mirkwood forest is dark and dangerous and difficult. I will provide you skins for carrying your water. There is one stream, black and strong, which crosses the path. You should neither drink nor bathe in it, for I have heard it carries enchantment and a great drowsiness and forgetfulness. Never leave the path. That is all the advice I can give you. And at the gate of the forest, I must ask that you send back the horses and the ponies. Leave fast, because the goblins will try to cut you off.
Dwarves Gandalf and Bilbo walk along for 4 days and reach the edge of the forest.
Hi-ho.
Hi-ho, it's off to work we go.
So now, you reach the forest of Mirkwood. You must now send back these excellent ponies.
Must we? There's so much to carry.
Bjorn is not as far off as you think. If you have not seen, going along with us, a great bear off in the moon, watching our camps, not only to guard you and guide you, but to keep an eye on the ponies too. You do not guess what would happen to you if you were to take them into the forest.
You don't mention sending the horse back. What about your promise then?
I am not sending the horse back. I am riding it.
Then you really mean to leave us after all.
What? Oh, no.
Goodbye, ponies. Goodbye to you all, goodbye. Straight forward through the forest is your own way. Don't stray off the track. If you do, I don't suppose that I or anyone will ever see you again.
Must we really go through? Is there not another way around?
You must either go through or give up on your quest.
The dwarves move into the forest slowly, dragging their feet as Gandalf with his horse standing near watches and then gallops away on his horse. The dwarves move to the next step on their quest and now begin the most dangerous part of their journey.